And we're live. What's up, people? It's your boy Cole Jackson, and I am with two more people from BYNK Radio. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Go ahead, Mr. Davis.
Hey, yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Sid Davis, host of the Social Introvert Podcast. My podcast is about all things media, music media, emerging new artists, underground and mainstream, and that's about it.
One of my favorite podcasts. I'm not just saying that because because you're over here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
What up, everybody? My name is Treblemaka. I am the co-founder of BYNK Radio. I have a podcast called Black Married Fly with me and my wife. We discuss relationship stuff, but be here, Mr. Jackson. You know, be a part of this roundtable and this look forward.
I know, man. I can't wait. This is
I drink scotch.
So, you know what I'm doing? I'm doing the cranberry and crown.
I'm doing
Texas.
Mr. Johnny Walker.
So everybody who's watching or everybody who's listening to this, right now, we wanted to do something a little bit different. We wanted to actually do something where we were talking about what happened in 2017 and what's coming up in 2018. I feel like BYNK Radio as a brand and as a website, as a station, we're trendsetters. We know what's happening. We know what's coming forward. So we want to let you guys know what's going on. So I thought it would be a really good idea if we did that. So let me ask you guys real quick. What did you think about 2017 music-wise?
Music-wise, 2017, I thought, in my opinion, is one of the best years we had in music. Mainly hip-hop.
Yes.
I agree.
I thought 2016 was great, and then 2017 came around. I'm like, wow,
it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, I really I enjoyed that year.
Trey, what do you think?
I thought there was a lot of balance for 2017. That's one of the things I like. One of my gripes about the music industry, or at least I call them a casual listener, is people say rap's out of balance. Everything's all, mumble rappers that were on the rise. That's what's happening right now. And it's really, I think rap is in a more balanced place than it's been probably since, to me, like probably 2001, 2002. Like it's been that balanced. It was a really great year. Certain artists that I thought, brought the pain lyrically, like actually got their fair shot and got noticed and got put on properly. And then some of the artists that, are more party type rappers, they came out and made their presence felt. So I thought it was a really, really balanced year, really good year for hip hop overall based on, the offerings.
Let me just say this.
That's a different situation.
Yeah. Let me put it to you. Let me put it to you like this. This was a year that a Drake album dropped, and it's not one of the top albums in 2017.
Oh,
and do you know how crazy that sounds? Do you know how crazy that sounds though?
It sounds
Drake
great.
album dropped. Drake is one of the hottest dudes out. What are you talking about?
Are we talking about? Yeah, are we talking about Drake as a business or Drake as a rapper?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
What was you about to say, Sid?
I was saying people couldn't stop talking about Views, and then I still have not listened to Views, to be honest with you. And then More Life came out and they premiered it on Beats One. And I actually sat and listened to More Life in its full entirety. And I was like, oh, this is not bad. But after a while, nobody was really talking about it. And I was sure Passion Fruit was going to blow up in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then it didn't really do nothing. I was shocked.
I want to say this. This was one of those years that, like, if the timing of when your release came out could have killed you.
Depending on
2017.
Yeah.
If you would have came out at a certain time, like, and I'm gonna kind of go over there with a couple of the questions that we have on this list. But if you came out at a certain time last year, like, you might have. Prime example: Joey Badass had a awesome album, and the timing was wrong. Yeah. Like, people talked about it, but I forgot what came out at the same time. Something like major came out at the same time, and like Joey Badass was like off to the side. Like he talked about it for about 2 weeks, and something else came out and just killed his momentum.
I mean, do you think? I mean, I'm a believer that rap is supposed to be survival of the fittest kind of thing. So if your album didn't got overshadowed by someone else's, and that other person wasn't a legend, is that a reflection on you, or is that a reflection on your timing? I feel like that's more of a reflection on your actual. You know what I'm saying?
Let me put it to you like this. I'm gonna say this. I feel like I may even try to pick on these dudes, but I'm gonna use this as an example. Culture, Migos Culture. Mm-hmm. I feel like if that would have came out in like the third quarter last year, that shit wouldn't be as hot as it was.
Nah, dog.
Lucky
the singles was too strong. Singles was too strong.
What, Culture?
Yes.
Culture would have. So if Culture and Damn would have came out at the same time,
that don't count.
But that's what I'm saying. If you come out at a certain time last year, you were dead in the water. Cause like if Culture came out later, if the second half of 2017, I don't think Culture would have made it. I don't think they would have ate off of Culture like that.
See, the thing for me though, like if we're gonna like keep it on Joey Badass as compared to like the Migos or Kendrick Lamar, in my mind, I can define what Kendrick Lamar's typical listener looks like. I can define what the Migos' typical listener looks like. I can't do that for Joey Badass. That's my personal opinion. So when you look at it that way, when people have cultivated a following to that extent to where even a casual listener, not to say that I'm casual, but a casual listener can say, I know what the person who listens to this music is probably going to look like. I don't know what the typical Joey Badass listener looks like. And I think that's the problem that he has. Amazing content, dope artists. Who's your audience? Question mark.
Okay. See, it's already a good debate right now. So why don't we get into the discussion? I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with go ahead and just do the hardest first. Top 5 albums 2017. We'll start with Sid. I'm going to start with Sid.
Oh, boy.
What was your top 5?
Like overall, like culturally, or just in my opinion?
What was your personal top 5 from last year? Start from 5 and go up to 1.
Top 5. Anik Khan. He has an R&B album. It's called Kites.
Yeah, and it don't have to be hip hop. If it's R&B, it's cool.
Okay.
Like, whatever you're doing. This as long as it's in your top 5.
All right. Sabrina Carpio's About Time, her debut album, and then there's a London French rapper from the UK, Gracie Hopkins, called Atishophobia, The Higher High.
Mm-hmm. That's your number 4 or number 5?
Oh, well, that's my number 3.
Okay.
And then see, I don't have my notes.
That's crazy because I'm the only one that got notes, and I usually be the one.
I'm sorry. And then number 2 was Sean Price, Imperious Rex, and then
okay.
And Odyssey's The Iceberg.
Okay.
Dug in the crates.
Wow. Yeah, you went like no mainstream at all. Like you was just like fuck mainstream.
And that was the crazy part too, because I was like, well, I said Kendrick drop, and I said, and then Jay drop, and then Sci-Hi. I didn't expect Sci-Hi to drop any, and that's what surprised me the most. I'm like, that's not even on my list.
And that's the thing too. Like, it ain't on mine either.
Word.
It's not. I'm like,
right.
I cannot. Let me do my list next.
Yeah, do your
list. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do my list, man. Hold up. I'm trying to post this on Facebook right now. So
post what?
I'm just posting the stream on Facebook right now. So fuck it. Top 5. Oh shit. This is gonna be interesting because I had to really like. Okay, my number 5, Kendrick Lamar. Damn. I had to do that as number 5. I had to, because I still listen to that shit. It's still dope as fuck. Like, I still listen to that. So that's my number 5. Number 4, Rick Ross, Rather You Than Me. That's a damn good album.
I don't give a fuck. Released 2017. It seemed like it's been.
That was a damn good album. Like, he just came with it. He came with it on that shit. Number 3, Control by SZA. I don't think we have a good 2017 without that album. That album was dope as fuck. I love that fucking Control was amazing. Number 2, Big Crit, Forever's a Mighty Long Time. Mm-hmm. He did a double album correctly. A lot of motherfuckers can't use in 2017, 2018. You dropping a double album, that shit better be fire as fuck.
And yeah, exactly. The double album curse.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
never go well.
Yeah. My number one album of last year, and this shit was hard as fuck because it was a lot of other shit that I wanted to put as number 1. Rhapsody, Layla's Wisdom. I still listen to that shit. That shit is amazing. I just wanted to kill that shit. Rhapsody killed that shit. I heard her last mixtape in 2016. Which was dope as fuck because I was listening to her and Tasha the Amazon and all these other motherfuckers. But she stood out like in 2016. And then when she finally got with some dope ass Ninth Wonder, just killed that shit. And then,
but she been with Ninth for a minute, right?
Yeah, but like, I mean, everything was just, the production was dope. The bars were dope. The way the fucking album was set up was dope as fuck. Like, the second song is like Kendrick Lamar. Her and Kendrick Lamar and what's the dude name? Skywalker Cat. Yeah. Like, that's the second song.
Skywalker Cat.
I mean, like, I'm energized and excited, but that album was dope as fuck, man. Like, I loved everything about. I still listen to that. Like, I still sit back and listen to that shit. And she's really spitting bars. Like, it ain't like she out there with some bullshit. Like she's out there lyrically fucking with a lot of everybody. Mm-hmm. I love that album, man. It was hard too because I got a shit ton of honorable mentions, but I might bring those up later. Trev, what you think, bro? What's your top 5?
I want to discuss like
what y'all think?
Go ahead.
What y'all think about my list though?
Your list stuff on your list is on my list. So of course it's a great list.
Wow. Wow.
I'll preface this with I'll say I'll ask everybody like after I give my list, like what went into you guys like making it a top 5. But first at number 5 I had Big Crit, Forever's a Mighty Long Time. Number 4 I had Side of Prince, No Dope on Sundays. Number 3 I had Rhapsody, Layla's Wisdom. Number 2 I had Jay-Z 444, and then number 1 I had Kendrick Lamar's Damn.
Wow.
Now the way I came with these aren't necessarily the ones that are sonically my favorite. These are the ones that I think impacted the culture either more than they were supposed to, or just on a major level. So like Big Crit, just about every time he drops some sort of project, he makes people sit up in their seat. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a situation where it's like, oh wow, okay, you know, I respect it. With Sci-Hi, it was a situation. Go ahead.
No, but he did something that Future couldn't do, and that was actually do a double album correctly. Because Future did a double album, he just did it 2 different times, like 2 different parts of the year. No, it was 2 weeks. No, there was 2 weeks of.
They were 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, he had 2 number 1 albums, or number 1, number 2 album. He was first, I think, rap artist to do that.
Yeah,
but hey, it did numbers. I mean, at least according to the numbers. And isn't that what matters at the end of the day in our culture?
No, numbers lie. Numbers lie, dog.
But Rhapsody came out of nowhere for people who hadn't heard of her. I feel like all the guys who like really grades and, you know, backpack kind of fans and stuff like that, people like Sid, who are really knowledgeable about the culture. I think the way how cohesive the project was, it made people sit up and say, okay, I'm looking forward to whatever she's gonna do next. Jay did a bunch of controversy in the culture because and we can get into that project a little bit later if you want, but it created everybody felt some sort of way about it in some way, shape, or form. It wasn't anything where someone was like, 444. Whatever. You know, it wasn't like when he dropped American Gangster or something like that. Like at the time, like there was a lot of feeling about it. And then Kendrick did what Kendrick does. Anytime he drops a pay for project, he lights everything on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Kendrick Lamar at this point, especially when we look at, if we reflect on 2017, if there's like a hot as a pistol artist like torch passing, that went from Drake to Kendrick Lamar without a doubt in 2017. Like the way people think that Kendrick Lamar, I mean that KD is taking over LeBron's spot. Like it's arguable, you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where it's like Kendrick's kind of the guy now in rap.
Yeah,
he's the new young guy.
I think from my standpoint of it, Kendrick never really lost anything. Like the only difference between him and Drake is Drake just drops shit all the fucking time, and he got OVO radio. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that. I think that there are a couple of different things. Like it's almost like I look at like Bob Dylan and Kendrick Lamar are the same kind of person within their cultures. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Drake, who is more like an Elvis Presley. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a different type of focus and desire and point when creating music. Kendrick Lamar seems to be much more of an artist that's less cognizant of what the numbers are going to be. He has somebody else to take that place, whether that's, you know, Top Dog or somebody over at Interscope. Someone else is thinking about how is this going to do numbers. Drake himself is the one actively thinking, I want a hit. How do I make a hit? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And I think, and there was a point where, you know, Drake farting on the track was going to make it, you know, enter Billboard's top 10. And just off a feature. I don't think he has that power anymore.
Yes, he does. Don't let More Life fool you, cuz that was a throwaway album.
See, and that
don't let that fool you, dog.
Does he look at it that way? That it was a throwaway album?
I don't think.
I don't think
when you don't register it for a Grammy, when he could have put it up for a nomination for the Grammys, then yes, that's a throwaway.
Why put it up if why put it up if you know you're gonna lose? You know you're gonna lose.
So you can still have Grammy nominated.
Drake's not Drake. That's like Kanye West putting something up thinking when he knows he's gonna lose. Like he's not in the Grammy nominated category anymore. He's in the Grammy award winning type of category. You know what I'm saying? Him to get nominated, he doesn't care about that if he doesn't have a good shot to win. And he knew More Life didn't have no shot to win.
See it?
I don't think.
The thing with Drake too, Drake made it seem like he just didn't care after the More Life project had dropped. Because I didn't even know that he didn't enter through the Grammy nomination. Yeah, I didn't know he didn't do that.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't submit it. He didn't submit it for Grammy nominations.
And at the same time, when it comes to Kendrick too, I think you make that analogy of passing the torch on to Kendrick, and now people are just looking at him now. People were giving him shit during To Pimp a Butterfly for some odd reason. I don't know. Because niggas always let me say something real quick, Sid. Because niggas always want shit to be Section 80. Niggas always want shit to be a good kid, man. See, a nigga can't put out no positive shit. He can't show a different side of the shit. I thought Section 80 was my favorite project, and then I heard To Pimp a Butterfly. I was like, oh shit. But everybody just dogged it. And so they were on his ass, like, oh, damn better be hot. Damn better be hot. He's like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all. But I'm like, come on, man. To Pimp a Butterfly to me is still his best project by far.
Still say Section 80.
Still say that's my favorite.
To me, Section 80 ain't better than Good Kid, Mad City. That's my personal opinion.
I don't know.
That's my personal opinion.
And you can keep that opinion, man. I don't know. Section 80.
Wow. He said, no, Good Kid, Mad City better than Section 80.
Good Kid is dope, but
it ain't Section 80 because like it ain't nowhere near Section 80, dog. Good
Hey,
Kid,
I'm just
Mad
talking about
City
my sonic preference. That
is an industry album. Period. That is a breakout album. That Good Kid, Mad City is a I need to get singles on the radio album.
I mean, I knew that from the moment when I heard Swimming Pools. Loved that song, but I was like, yeah, okay, I know what this is.
Yeah. But it got him where he needed to be at. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate on that shit, man. That's the industry for you. Do y'all got some honorable mentions from y'all? From you guys' top 5 albums?
Yes.
Nope.
I got a couple of you don't see you want to throw yours out there real quick?
I got 3. Saha the Prince. I still, man. And it came out too late, so it was like I'm still digesting that album. I'm still catching bars. Like
I feel you. It didn't get enough breathing time for 2017.
But
like
I'm still catching bars from that.
I don't think
kind of artist though.
I felt like it came out the time that it came out because a lot of people felt like that was gonna be a throwaway ass album, and it ended up having some like major production, major bars.
I don't. To me, you don't. Not you, but if somebody thinks a Psy album is going to be a throwaway album, they don't listen to him on a lyrical level at all. Because I mean, personally, the problem. What label is that?
He's on Good Music.
What label was that again?
He's not on Good Music.
They are known for mismanaging artists, bro. I would never.
That's what I'm saying, and I just made my point. That's why this shit came.
And I thought he was on Def.
He was.
They didn't pub it.
Def Jam was dumb enough to let him walk out with that album.
Yeah.
I mean, Def Jam got the buildings crumbling, man. Def Jam's looking like Southside Chicago right now.
Didn't they just don't they got a female president now? Did I just see that on the news?
They're trying to get.
I didn't know.
They're trying to get Paul Rosenberg to run.
That's what I heard. Eminem's manager. It would that's going to help anything.
I could have swore somebody just got like a female president. I thought it was Def Jam, but I could be wrong. I'll be on the Twitters.
How Quality Control got a better artist roster a more profitable artist roster than Def Jam, dude?
Them microwave ass artists, get out of here, dog. Stop.
I called them that. I'm saying profitable. They have a more profitable artist roster than Def Jam does.
Because Def Jam don't have their ear to the streets no more. They don't give a fuck. If they could, they will LL Cool J out and give him another album.
He knows where the bodies are buried or some shit. I wouldn't open a budget for that dude to save my life.
He's the GOAT, though. He's the GOAT.
According to whom? He's the GOAT according to LL Cool J. He's the GOAT.
According to New York. Ask New York. Oh, I'm being facetious.
You know what?
When I say that shit, though.
Real quick about LL. Real quick. I never really cared for him like that based off of the singles that kept dropping on the radio.
It's like a shark fin.
And then you go through his like B-sides.
He got battle records.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I'm like, damn, like I feel like they kind of gypped him on that, man. With them.
Gypped him how? Like that dude had $5 million video production budgets. Like when the rest of the artists were like,
I understand the purpose of it, but shit like what's the song? Hey Lover and Paradise with Emery. The typical
Paradise is very nice.
Headsprung, the typical single from L. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Nah.
Yeah. Headsprung. I like that song actually.
Nah, man.
It's one of the ones where I'll be bobbing my head and like watching if anybody else is seeing me.
The beat hard. I ain't gonna lie, man, but
yeah, he has some dope ass production on this shit, but
not from LL.
Did we give LL too much? Let me
moving on.
Let me go to my honorable.
97 is 2017.
Let me go to my honorable mentions. So I got quite a few. So I'm gonna actually start out with Love More, Simp Girl. I keep pushing this shit. She's from Birmingham. That shit is dope as fuck. Y'all need to listen to it. If you haven't listened to Simp Girl yet.
On Bandcamp?
Oh yeah.
I didn't
it's on SoundCloud too. Please, guys, like take an opportunity and listen to Simp Girl. Love More, Simp Girl. I promise you will not be disappointed. I promise you. I guarantee you. I can guarantee you that you won't be disappointed with that album. Big Sean, Choices. Jay-Z 444. Pretty girls love trap music. Nobody's talked about. I mean, they talked about it for a minute, but he toured off that shit, and he made some money. Meek Mill's he did make some money off that. Meek Mill's wins and losses. When that shit dropped, that shit was flames. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah.
ASAP Ferg still striving. Love that shit.
That's a good honorable.
The homie Retro with 9-1. I love that album. That shit made my year too. I love that shit. Sci-Hi, No Dope on Sundays. And this cat named Schoolie, he had an album called Backwards. He had a mixtape called Backwards Feelings. I listened to that shit on accident, and that shit is dope as fuck. Like, he ain't got but like 2 projects out. But if you get a chance, if you like the little Travis Scott type shit, or listen to Schoolie. It's just called Backwards Feelings. I love that shit too. I thought that was dope as fuck.
Okay.
Those are my honorable mentions. I got a shit ton of them though.
I do have one honorable mention, but go ahead, Sid.
But yeah, Sci-Hi was like my main honorable mention, and then there was another album that came out called Resolution by Mr. Lift and Acrobatic. They got a single on there called Out of Control. Maybe it was mainly because of that song and because what it was about, but I don't know. And then the third one, 444.
Yeah.
Okay. My honorable mentions were 2 Chainz, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. I don't know how that didn't make any of my list, but it should have. And then SZA's Control, because I can sing probably half of that album with the words. Just go ahead and turn the acapellas all the way down, and I could just keep on singing.
She's amazing.
Like,
yeah, and that was an anticipated album too.
And she delivered. I like SZA.
No, I think she's dope as fuck, and I can't wait till she does this little smash up album with this rock group that she's supposed to do. I can't wait for that.
You know what I didn't like? I didn't like the video for Weekend. I was so disappointed with that.
Everybody kept talking about that. I have yet to watch that video.
Imagine a woman sauntering around in a parking lot in an LA parking garage in the video.
That's it.
I was so disappointed, dog.
Is she dig it?
I had a whole Is she naked?
Yeah, is she naked?
Nah.
Fuck it.
All right.
Fuck it. I don't want to give a fuck about this shit.
Jackson. I was disappointed because, like, in my head, I got a whole video. Like, that's how I know that I'm really feeling a song, because a video develops in my head based on the words, and it was nothing like that shit. I was just sad.
The way that song is constructed, she could have turned that into a short film, damn near.
That could have been Trapped in the Closet. That could have been Trapped in the Closet. She could have had part 10 of that shit.
She's not that kind of artist though. Well, go ahead, man. My bad.
Yeah, I know. She don't need to be doing that. All right. So we transition from good shit to bad shit. So we're gonna do disappointing projects of 2017. I would like to start, if you don't mind.
Yes.
I got like quite a few of them. Well, I ain't gonna say that many. The first one that jumped off the fucking page when I started my list, Dave East Paranoia. That shit was trash. I waited on this album and that shit sucked ass. That shit, Dave East, and then after that shit, you come out with Karma. Fuck you, Dave.
All right. We have a radio station to maintain, sir. Let's not get crazy.
That shit. As a fan,
Cole.
As a fan, though, cuz. In all honesty, dog, as a fan, I was like, oh my God, Dave East is gonna come out with his first studio album, and he is gonna kill that shit. And then
I could have told you that one.
You see the fucking track list, you see the track list and the features on there, and then you're like, oh, he really gonna kill this shit. And then you listen to the shit, and the only good song on there is the song with Jeezy. That's even the song he got with Nas. This shit is trash as fuck. Kill me. Nas
ain't a label manager, man. Nas be phoning it in.
I was about to go on a rant because Karma had dropped, but I think it was hosted by DJ Holiday, and I'm like, bro, the DJ drops, like get that out of here. He re-released
holiday season.
Re-released it without the DJ drops, and then I listened to it, and I'm like, fam, how is this not the debut album, and why was Paranoia the debut?
Thank you. That shit was.
I was so mad. I listened to it twice, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'm like, and then he announced he's dropping Kyrie Chanel too. So I'm like, bro, you better bring it.
Oh, and that shit was dope. Kyrie Chanel. That's why I was going to get here Paranoia, because Kyrie Chanel was like, oh shit. That shit was, I was like, when this nigga dropped for real, killing it. And he did. He killed all expectations I ever had of him. So you gotta prove yourself again, cuz.
Let the record show that Treblemaka never thought Dave East was a star. Thank you.
When did you say that?
I'm just letting my feelings be known. I never thought he was a star, dog. I thought he had potential. I was like, it ain't finna happen.
Second on my list, DJ Khaled's Grateful. I hated that album. I hated it.
All right, I want to hear the rest of this. Explain.
It was garbage.
You hated it, bro?
It was only 3 songs on there that was good, and those were the singles that they dropped. And then you took a Carlos Santana sample and made it all year with that shit.
Made it worse.
Like, that was not a good album, especially when you coming off of Holy Keys. That's not a good album.
Wild Thoughts is a classic, bruh.
Yeah, thank you, Santana. Thank you for that. We appreciate you for that. That album was not good. And you know what's funny? I tried to like that album. Like I tried to make myself like that shit. Like when I was listening to Bag Alert, Major Bag, I was like, oh, that shit is kind of tight. And then I look and see it again, I'm like, that shit is garbage as fuck. That shit was just a trash album. Not to say that Khaled can't have no stinkers, but this was a stinker. Period. I couldn't fuck with it.
I feel like the numbers kind of reflected that too. It was just
I think it was a as far as like Khaled albums, I think the sales were like not on par with a lot of those. How you come off a Holy Key and oh my god, I love that. I still listen to that. Wu-Tang, The Saga Continues.
Oh boy,
I didn't even listen to that.
So dated, except for two people, Method Man and Redman saved that album. That shit sounded dated though, cause like if you listen to
were Raekwon and Ghostface on it?
Barely. Like
okay. Is this one of the ones that RZA released like some old shit and repackaged it?
This was new music.
They were actually in the studio.
Yeah, this was new music. This was new.
Apparently, they were supposed to get like vocals from like You God and
I don't want to hear from You God.
Not me neither. And then but they've been going through their little differences or something. So they decided to grab Mathematics, who did the entire
which I think is trash. I hate his production too.
I said, dog, y'all should have branched out and got some different producers. Something.
That album sounds so dated. It sounds dated as fuck.
To me, it sounds either like a solo Method Man album or like even worse version of a Meth and Red Blackout or something. Like if they just did not give a fuck and released it. Because
that is not a shining endorsement.
Lyrically, Redman and Method Man bought it, but that production wise and they were the only two that bought it. Everybody else just sounded like they didn't care.
Last one on my disappointing projects list: Big Sean and Metro Boomin. Double or Nothing. Big Sean, this is my notes.
Go in, bruh.
Big Sean gave a half-ass performance on this project. This project is only to do for Metro Boomin. This is only to show Metro Boomin's production and what he can do. Because I'm pretty sure that Big Sean phoned this shit in. Because it is, I'm like, how you make choices? How you make that shit? Beginning of the year, and then you get a collab album with Metro Boomin, and this shit sounds like this. You half-assed this fucking album, dog, on purpose. He did that shit on purpose. He had shit up. Why? And then everybody keep talking about this little sneak Kendrick diss. Like, you gotta have some good bars to be able to have a good Kendrick diss. Like, that shit was trash as fuck.
On that tangent, dog, I don't think Big Sean has anything for Kendrick Lamar at all.
Don't do it.
I wanted to, like, for the culture, I wanted to. But you know, I like watching NASCAR car wrecks too. So something's wrong with me. But I don't think Big Sean has anything for Kendrick Lamar. I think he knows he doesn't have anything for Kendrick Lamar. I know he knows that he'll never be on Kendrick Lamar's level, lyrically, cultural impact, none of that. And that irks him, but he will be all right. Keep fucking these acting britches and shit.
The thing about it though is, man, like when they dropped their little teaser shit and it was like Big Sean and Metro Boomin, I'm like, oh shit. I was like,
I thought that was a gimmick from the jump, dog. Like,
I was
this doesn't serve Metro Boomin at all. Like, really, I don't think he doesn't need to showcase his tracks, dog. He's Metro Boomin. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what do you get out of this?
Well, at this part of the year, this was the quarter where everybody had to do collabs because Super Slimy was so good. Like, Super Slimy came out and people was like on Super Slimy so hard. So and if go back and look, after Super Slimy came out, everybody's like, I got to get this collab album out. And so now everybody was starting to put collab albums out, and not every one of them was hitting like that. And this was one of them. Like, this shit was the worst out of all the collab albums. Like, that shit sucked ass. Like,
I think Big Sean missed an opportunity. He could have ripped the game in half because he has a lyrical capability to really do that if he jumps out the window. And he should have bet. If that was like, that's the only reason. And when I first heard like the news of this, I was like, that's what's finna happen. We finna like get some shit that's gonna blow the game up. That's not what happened. So if that's not the case, then what's the purpose of y'all even doing this?
Sid, what do you think?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what? Because when I saw this just pop up out of nowhere, and I was like, oh shit, I was ready to hear it because I still try to give Big Sean chances, but
do you not like Big Sean? I'm really meaning to ask you that.
Man, dude, I was a straight Big Sean fanatic during the Finally Famous Volume 1, 2, and 3, and then his debut came out, and I said, dude, what the hell?
See me getting guap right now.
From there, I was just like, nah, dog. But I was hyped. So I put it on, and then I was like, no, what is this? And then hold on, what's the single from the album he put out earlier last year? Moves. Who produced?
Yeah, I got the Moves.
Yeah. Who was it? Southside.
Yeah, Moves. Yeah. I love that song.
And actually, I like that song, so I'm like, okay. But I put that on. I said, what is this, man? The lyrics, he just sounded lazy.
Yeah, it was a half-ass effort.
I'm just going off what you said. It did sound phoned in. So.
I just thought it was a missed opportunity, and I think Big Sean is like in a place career-wise where he's like, how do I get to the S tier in hip hop? Right now, I'm at the A tier. I'm trying to get on like of all the guys that I came up around, the J. Cole's, the Kendrick Lamar's, the the Drakes, like those guys. How do I get to that tier? And it's like you're sitting here on the A tier with like Wale and Big Sean.
Whoa,
what?
Well, we'll talk about Wale later.
Okay. I'm not talking about the 2017. I'm just talking about caliber artists.
So let me ask y'all a question real quick then, because I know I had Big Sean as far as my top 5 as honorable mentions. Did you guys like Big Sean's album last year or what? Like,
talking about choices?
Yeah,
I did.
I thought it was dope as fuck.
Yeah, I thought
like you have to listen to it with the right ear, but yeah, I thought it was good. Go ahead, Sid. My fault.
It's sonically it sounded well. I don't know because it's between that and Dark Sky Paradise
for top album.
Yeah, to me.
Okay.
I still think Detroit should have been an album, but
oh shit.
Yeah, Choices was dope. I really like that album, but to go from that to that Metro Boomin shit, I'm like, come on, dude.
So what's holding Big Sean back then? What do y'all think holding Big Sean back?
Big Sean.
Yeah, Big.
Go ahead, Sid.
Big Sean.
He spit fucking fire on Choices, dog. Like, listen, he spit on that shit.
I think where he missed up was Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying. I put that out there, Hall of Fame. And you remember he had to change his team up, and he went away for a minute, and then he came back with Dark Sky Paradise, I think.
Yeah, Dark Sky Paradise was
I
there.
love that album.
He had to go away.
That shit was tight as fuck, though. The production, everything on that shit was tight as fuck, though.
Yeah, he had to go away for a good minute and then just came out and just like, all right.
Wow.
And then around that same time, everybody was hitting from like Drake to Kendrick to Cole.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that Big Sean's problem is the same problem Wale has. It's not a matter of ability, it's a matter of delivery. And the thing is, I think from a consumer standpoint, there's nothing wrong with having a chip on your shoulder. Like, that's what motivates you. But if I can see that chip on your shoulder, it's no longer attractive. Like, it's one of those situations where if I can see that you're chasing a certain kind of thing, a certain kind of sound, a certain type of a level of success, and I can see that shit, and you whining about it, and you feeling some type of way, and you shooting subs and all this other kind of stuff. Personally, I think that pollutes the perception of you in the media when people are listening to your projects. And it's not that Big Sean doesn't make good music, because, no pun intended, to me, Dark Sky Paradise, that's a classic album, in my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. And there aren't a whole lot of rappers in the industry, especially the young bros, who can say they even have one classic album. But when you're competing against guys that have, this is, you know, like a J. Cole or a Kendrick Lamar, like, it can be kind of tough. You know,
well, shit, people don't even give J. Cole no props no more. Everybody think J. Cole.
I don't know who you hanging around to be saying this shit, dog, but I need to point him out, because I'm not hearing nobody say nothing bad about J. Cole.
People talk so bad about his last project, which I seriously think was good as fuck. I don't give a fuck with
Which one is this?
Which one? For Your Eyes Only. It was a concept album, dog.
I can see why. And see, dog, like, I don't want to pay for a concept album.
But Kendrick's album was a concept album.
Which one?
Damn
was a concept album, cuz.
Yeah, but it had hits. What, dog? What?
No, because you're right.
Like, I'm not. No, wait. Okay, I just see what happened. I'm not saying that J. Cole.
Say, wait, you got it now. I can't really argue with Trev no more.
Dog, like, this is what I mean.
That dude is ruthless as fuck. That motherfucker was like, yeah, but this guy hits. That shit ain't shit. Damn, cuz you are ruthless as hell, dog. Damn.
Easy to digest. It's got easy to digest hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, DNA is a hit. You know what I'm saying? Love, that's a hit. J. Cole's kind of stuff is like what? What?
You just went in on J. Cole so hard.
No, man, I like that project. It's just a situation where, like, if you're coming off of the 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and then you got this, and it's like, you know, especially if you're casual, because let's be real, a lot of these people who were like, oh, J. Cole, platinum with no features, dog, you ain't been listening to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that means. It means you ain't been listening to him. So you see this, and you're like, hey, this doesn't sound like the last thing you did. Where are the radio singles? I can't jam to this. and that's what happens.
I can't groove.
Yeah, I can't get jiggy with this shit. No. And that's what happens, Doug.
Right.
Is it corny? Yeah, I think it's corny, but to me, that shows your depth and what kind of people you listen to in hip hop. You're casual, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just wasn't for you.
Oh shit!
Should have been tape. My bad, J. Cole.
We're still talking. Did you get? So I put my list of disappointing projects out there. Anybody who wants to be next on that?
Go ahead, Sid.
Ooh, Sid.
I smell a roasting coming.
Well, yeah, I do too. Oh,
I'm gonna get this one thing out of the way because I love her so much. This is the first one. Kehlani, Sweet Sexy Savage.
I do not like her anyway.
I said,
sucks,
dog. And maybe it's because I was so fooled by Cloud 19.
That's fair. That's fair though, man. Yeah, I like Cloud 19.
Because when I heard Cloud 19, I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Go ahead.
What's the hype behind her? Like, really? Like, what's the relevance? What's the relevance behind her? Because people are like diehard fans.
She's just being pushed. I don't even know who she's being pushed by, but
she's being pushed by certain people.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I think she does a good feature. I think she's a good songwriter. Even like Heebie-Jeebies to me, I don't know why it didn't do well in Mine's song. Like,
that's a dope ass song.
It is a dope ass
man,
song.
but it didn't do well, but I think her in that feature, like she could be the female R&B Nate Dogg, if that makes sense. Put her on for a hook, you know, have her, you know, do a feature. Hey, that's it. And she could play that role, you know what I'm saying? But in this era with Kalani, like the lane was kind of crowded. You had Kalani, you got Jeannie Aiko, you got Mila J, you got what's the girl's name? Artists? Tinashe. Like you got all these people who got these thin ass voices that can write decent. You know what I'm saying? SZA even to a point, because let's be real, her pipes aren't super strong, but she can write her ass off.
But she can write a hell of a song.
She can.
Yeah. But so that lane's crowded as fuck. And Kalani not being a sex pot in any way, shape, or form, to me, she's not hyper attractive. Like, so like she gets looked over.
That was one, man. And only like one song from that project. And now I think that was like that was the final song, and it ended up being on the Suicide Squad soundtrack.
Yeah.
That song.
What's
and then
that song?
Gangster.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, thank you.
But I don't pay her no attention anyway. So.
And then, holy shit! Now
I love it.
Listen, Logic.
Whoa,
Bobby.
Where are we going with this?
Okay, listen. Just listen. Bobby Tarantino had me hyped for that next album. Everybody. Trailer drop. I said, all right, I'm ready. That shit dropped. The songs were repetitive. He kept talking about the same shit.
No, don't do that, Logic, cuz.
Let him finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll get this out the way though. The only two songs I like on that album is the Africa Aryan song and then the Suicide Hotline song. Other than that, that album is complete garb.
Black Spider-Man?
Oh, I'm sorry. Black Spider-Man was great.
All right.
Black Spider-Man was great.
I was like,
because he dropped it so early before the album had even. Yeah. So that's another good song. But like Logic, like I think he's letting the people who kind of like, oh, he ain't half black, those type of people get to him. I don't know.
You hurt my feelings.
Well,
don't sit there and rap one half song and then the rest of the song you're just sitting there just talking and ranting for something. I'm not going to judge him based off of that album. I think it's a personal thing when he went into this album.
No, I respect the way that you went about that. I don't necessarily agree with your entire opinion, but I understand like where you're coming from with that. Like this is the shit that you do on your podcast, dog. Where it's like, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and then at the end of the argument, it's like, all right, man, you got a point. Yeah, but all right, I get it.
Because it took me a minute.
I don't want to agree.
I attacked that album so bad after the first week. I'm like, dog, no, trash. I
still think it was good.
I go back and listen to it. I say, man, I think it's more of a personal issue. I can't just sit there and judge him off of the music.
To me, that album has zero replayability, other than the songs that you named. The songs you named, those are like African Aryan, Black Spider-Man, like those songs, like they have replayability. With the project itself, I guarantee I'm not gonna be driving in my car in 2018 listening to that tape. I'm just not.
And then you know what? I take that back too.
I can't relate, dog. I'm not mixed. I can't relate.
I ain't mixed either, but I like to. Oh. I knew you had stuff to that shit.
Hell no. I also, what's this? Oh, after the Suicide Hotline song of Anxiety.
Yeah.
That song too. The way it switches into that song, great. And then you got a 4 minute.
Whoever, okay, let me say this. Whoever put that Logic album together knew what the fuck they were doing.
Definitely.
The way that shit is,
that flow and the progression.
Yeah, that shit is tight. I thought that was I was like, that's amazing. Whoever put it together, that shit was tight as fuck. I like the Logic album. Maybe
we don't need a 4 minute interlude between him and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Even though I love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Stay away from my rap, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What else do you have on your disappointing list?
You know what? That might have That might have been it. Oh, you know what? 21 Savage, It's an Album.
Whoa! What?
Oh man, my face needs to be a meme, dog. What?
What?
I made the Undertaker face when the Undertaker got defeated.
I
cannot believe you said that shit.
What song?
Explain. Let this man speak. Explain. I don't understand either, but maybe he'll talk me into it like he usually does on his podcast.
He'll talk me into it.
Go. What's wrong with it?
Man, I heard Bank Account before that album dropped. I said, yo, this shit's about to be the hardest album of the year. Then I heard FaceTime. I said, great. I don't know what the fuck he's doing on that album. I cannot get through that entire album. And then to top it all off, you had to do a 7-minute freestyle at the end of the album.
That was not necessary. I agree with you.
I agree with that. That was dumb.
Why?
Maybe
you ruined. Yeah, you ruined a nice piece of work to me.
I tell you this though, the thing with like I wasn't expecting Pretty Girls Like Trap Music to be like that good, but when I put that album on, I said, "Oh shit!" And now it's like I play that album all the time. That's the same expectation I had with 21 Savage, and it didn't hit. Like I'm like, damn.
So expectations fucked you up.
I had huge expectations for It's an Album because I'm like, why would you call your album that? And it made me laugh. And I said, okay, I'm definitely listening to it. But when I heard FaceTime and Bank Account, I was like, okay, I'm buying it. And I bought it. And I'm not going to say I wish I had my refund. I'm going to keep the album. I ain't going to delete that album, but I expected more.
Wow. All right, Trip.
Okay.
What you got? Disappointing.
I didn't.
What disappointed you?
Disappointing. There were artists that disappointed me that didn't necessarily put projects out. I don't know. Does that count? Let that go for another section.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead. Why not?
All right. I was never invested in Dave East, so he didn't really disappoint me. It was just like, here's another bungled situation.
You know, so you the biggest I told you so, dude. I told you so.
I'm not.
I told you so. Dave East is trash. Who fucks with Dave?
Who said that? I didn't say that. I didn't say he was trash. No, I said I should have low expectations considering the label he's signed to and Nas's track record. You know.
Braveheart. So
that being said, he kind of disappointed me. To be honest, no, I'm gonna say that person for later. That's pretty much it. I want to say. Oh, okay. the Big Sean project with Metro Boomin. Thank you. I was about to say 808 Mafia, Metro Boomin, because I had, and that might have been my fault. I can't really say whether it's complete trash or not. It's just a situation where I was like, I think I know Big Sean's playbook. He's finna come through and crush the buildings. He's gonna spit some lyrical shit that's gonna light people on fire, and get his win back from Drake and come for some people and all that. That didn't happen, but that was my fault, I think.
Yeah.
But again, I think that expectations, like nobody. Like, I didn't have anybody that, like, okay, that's not true. There were artists that exceeded expectations. There's nobody who completely let the bottom fall out, on whatever they were producing. Like, I did not expect Rhapsody's project to be as good as it was. Did not. Mm-hmm. And she delivered. So I didn't hear anything where I was like, this is some bullshit, man. Logic let me down a little bit, but that's only because, like, dog, like, okay, you're mixed. Frankly, I don't give a fuck. I mean, if you want to keep saying it over and over again, there are plenty of successful mixed rappers in the game. Like, thank you for wanting to improve race relations.
J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have successful guys out here, but I mean, I feel like he makes music for like super liberals who don't really give a fuck about race relations, but it keeps them warm at night, to say I love black people.
Oh my gosh.
He makes music for them.
I understand their little complaint about being mixed, but the way he went about it, just talking about it on every song,
Like, bro, you're not the only mixed guy out here, dog. Now, you the only one that looks completely white and probably has heard nigger with a hard R, you know, but it wasn't being thrown at you, you know. Heard some racist honkies just completely snap off and had to just stand there and be quiet.
Racist honkies. Okay. All right.
That's not music related. Moving on.
Anything else?
Nah.
You know what? Since Treb went that route, I got an artist. I got another artist.
Looking up people. He's looking for people.
Nicki Minaj. When you gonna drop an album?
Oh, let's talk about
Please don't get me started, dog. Do you want me to get started on that shit? Because I will.
Cole, I got as much fire inside as much as you do.
Let's
Why y'all disappointed?
Because you're on Instagram all the fucking time talking this queen shit. These people celebrate you on some bullshit when you got people coming for your fucking head and you ain't dropped something since 2014. So please don't sit up here and tell me, and you doing features? So you a feature rapper now? That's what you do? You don't come out with no albums no more? You a feature rapper now? Is that what that is?
Here's the reality of the situation, dog. What a lot of people don't realize, and here comes Trev with another "I told you so" moment. This is what's actually happened. She's been marketing these Hondas, you know, that have been coming out left and right. Like if rap is like a Honda for her, the reality is the factory closed in 2014. There are no more cars coming, dog. That's what happened. Okay, somebody left the building. That person happened to be the architect, the engineer, and the person who's mass producing all the cars. And he went back to Jamaica, and now she has no way to make cars anymore. That's what happened.
I don't know though. People keep putting her on his features, and every now and again, a Geo Metro will come out that bitch. Like that Rake It Up. That Rake It Up verse. That was a Geo Metro.
I could have wrote that.
Bought the pink Lamborghini and China. She say China like 3, 4, 5 times.
Five times. I like the verse, but the reality is,
like the
but okay. Dropping how many good features she had this year? 2017.
The motorsports feature was dope, and that was it. Them the only 2 features that she did. That was cool. That was good.
Dropping, let's be generous and say 48 bars worth of rap over the course of the year is not the same as making a 12 track album. It is not.
Let her tell it is though, because she's the queen.
If that's what makes her feel good, okay. That's why people are coming to replace her. You notice, I feel like she targets Cardi B. She ain't got shit to say about Rhapsody, and she shouldn't either.
Nope.
Because if they get into it, that's going to be a KO before she even hits the console. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's nothing to talk about there.
He can't. Here's the situation right here. Like when she was dropping and making these platinum albums, she really didn't have anybody to beef with. So I don't really feel like she needs to beef with anybody now. Like you need to go ahead and make you a fucking album that's supposed to be that got bars. Find you a writer. She broke up with Nas, so he can't write the album for her. But
Nas was never going to write for her. That's probably why they broke up.
But the thing about it is, it's like this, man. She is. I think you said it on one of your episodes, Trev, about she's like something away from being washed. She's like a ham sandwich away from being washed. I can't remember what you said, but
I don't think I was that heartless because
but
ham sandwich, bitch.
In my mind, after hearing 2017 and like all these MCs, especially the women MCs coming out and gunning for and dropping real bars, if her next album is not a fucking 5, and I'm this old head mode now, 5 mic classic.
Wow,
she can hang that shit up. She can hang
and
that
she
shit
knows
up.
that.
Hang it up. Hang that shit up. You're done.
But she knows that. Would you rather keep talking about, your new Ferrari that's never going to come out, or would you rather drop the Ferrari and it falls the fuck apart? Because after that, like you just said, there's no recourse. If she drops this and it's a dud, and there's a very good chance that it would be, because she's dropped some other shit that didn't do very well, like no frauds and shit like that. Like that shows that she doesn't necessarily have the juice. She might still be popular, but that doesn't mean people want to listen to her music.
And that was a track with Drake and Wayne.
Didn't do very well at all.
But if you heard D6, Wayne ain't what he used to be. So
yeah. But she's just she knows her time is running up, unless she got this, ace in the hole, type of, something pulling out of her hat that she been working in the lab. Or
you haven't dropped anything since 2014. Oh, what are you gonna do? Another reloaded? You gonna do the pink print reloaded?
That's not gonna happen. Look, she knows that she has to either come with like 5 mics type of flames that you're talking about, or it ain't working. It ain't working out. So that's Nicki Minaj. Like, she's an album away from complete wash status. Right now she's in the frozen zone. So 2017, I don't expect nothing out of her in 2018.
She might as well do
more features
with Genuine.
She's gonna start. She's wild, bro. She's gonna be like, the way Wayne started getting used for like as a stimulus pack for certain artists, and he was on doing features for everybody left and right. After he got into a baby, that's what she's gonna turn into.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Put the new generation over. Wrestling talk right there, folks.
Roman Reigns.
Next topic, guys. Let's move on. Who met or exceeded your expectations last year? I will start with Sid Davis. Go ahead, sir.
Rhapsody exceeded.
That's correct.
I heard Crown. I said, all right, cool. You gotta come with it with the debut. Damn, I did not expect that album to be that good.
Mm-hmm.
I expect it to be, kind of like how Crown was, the stuff we heard.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sci-Hi also exceeded. Like, I knew it was gonna be a good album, but I heard that side. I don't really care for that side like that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, that was another album that exceeded my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay-Z, even though I was like, well, I'll listen to it still, but I ain't really expecting too much from it.
I was one of them people that was like, no, Jay, don't do it. Just
me too.
You ain't came out with something in a while, and these young cats is I ain't killing it. He was like, I'm just gonna write a more mature album.
444 was another one.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
Trip, do you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go. Again, Rhapsody. I didn't expect her album to be as cohesive as it was. It's one of those things, kind of like Davies, where you hear him rap and you're like, this person has a lot of potential if they're handled properly. And she delivered on her potential. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a situation where she got mismanaged. To be honest, I think that if she was on a major label, like if she had been on Capitol or Epic, or even Island Def Jam, that song, I mean, that project would have been way bigger, and a lot more people would have been talking about her. It was like semi-indie, and she had to do everything through Jamla, but she exceeded my expectations. Sci-Hi exceeded my expectations only in the sense that with his project, like he's like a super lyrical, all bars type of rapper. Like to me, he's like vegan rap. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no meat in there. That shit is all nutrition. It's gonna be hell for you to process. You're gonna get something new probably for the first 5 listens in a row that you get out of it. And then, even then, like if you're driving in the car one day, I fully expect 6 months from now, I'm gonna be listening to that tape in the car on a long ride or a workout and be like, oh shit, that's what that meant. Dang, I didn't realize he meant that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do that now.
I expect to do that with him. Yeah. So, but being able to that's the kind of stuff that creates listenability, replayability for me. So, what I'm surprised about with that track, and I mean that project, what exceeded my expectations with it is just the raw re-listenability for it. Like I can just keep listening to it over and over, and it's like this is still nutritious. I like this. Those are the only 2 that like really exceeded my expectations from listenability. But go ahead, take it away, Cole.
All right. I got a nice little list here, so I will start out with Migos Culture. I think with them coming out at the beginning of the year, that met my expectations. Because that was the question. The question was what met or exceeded your expectations. Like Migos met my expectations. I expected it to. It was a lot of hype around Culture, and it met the hype. And Culture made their year. That album made their year.
Yeah.
Like But I also feel like if they would have came out later on in the year with that same album, it wouldn't have made their year. They still would have been hot, but they wouldn't have been flames like they are now. You know what I'm saying? Coming out in the beginning of the year helped them out a whole lot. And that kind of set, I feel like Culture set the bar for a lot of people to come out with their shit. Because everybody was talking about Culture. Everybody was talking about that album, man. And the single,
which one?
You know, the first single that they dropped, Raindrops, Drop Tops. Bad and Bougie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's still the anthem.
I actually like Uzi's verse on that.
Oh, Uzi Vert. Oh man, he is my dude. I love Uzi Vert.
What's Ferrari? The 458.
Hey, too. Next on my list, Little B, Black Ken. Thank you, baby.
Oh man, my apologies.
Thank you, bass guy.
I forgot that shit even came out.
Thank you, bass guy.
Bro.
I'm sorry, bass guy.
Thank you, bass guy. Thank you.
Yeah, my apologies, bass guy. Oh man.
Oh my god. I
gotta go back and redo some of my list if that's all right.
Still listen to Lil B Black Ken, man. I love that shit. I fucking love Lil B though. Lil B is dope as fuck. Yeah. Thank you, bass guy. I have to give props to the bass guy. You're gonna curse me, man. I don't want to get cursed. This is a little bit out of left field, but I have been waiting to hear this tape for a minute. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but Ugly God, the booty tape, it met my expectations and I liked it. I like Water though. I like his little singles. I like Ugly God. I thought Ugly God. I mean, yeah, Ugly God is dope, man. Like
Ugly God can really rap, but the booty tape, just the man, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah,
I feel like he kind of dried up a little bit in 2017.
The reason why I know he can rap is because he raps like he can't rap, and you have to. You get what I'm saying? Like
that takes talent.
Yeah, that takes talent to make yourself rap like you can't rap, but he can really spit. Like the dude is actually pretty good. So I thought the booty tape was dope. Now this one's gonna be a little. I'm just gonna do it. Wale Shine. I thought it was really good. A lot of people didn't think it was. I thought it was good. This is what I wrote in my notes. I said, he is the best underground rapper on a major label I've ever heard. I don't know.
No shade though, right?
Because he gets treated like some kind of underground rapper and shit.
He does that stuff. Quit whining,
I don't know. I don't know what he has to do to get his props.
Quit whining?
And
actually promote his albums properly?
Really?
No one thinks I'm really as good as I am. I'm really, really good.
They don't. No one does.
I'm gonna get into it with DJ Academics for no reason. I'm whining. Shut the fuck up with your whining, dog. Promote your album and get mad at your label for not promoting your album properly.
The biggest problem I have with Wale is the little Twitter beefs he be getting into and shit, man. Like, just stop. Just stop, cuz.
Why are you so
rants that he going on?
Like, yeah, man, it's like.
But I can understand the rants because people don't respect him enough, man. Wale's dope.
Who are you ranting to, my guy? You're talking to. You're yelling out the window. You're the old angry man yelling at a cloud, dog. Like, go get a therapist or listen to Treblemaka. Get a therapist. I promise it will make your life better.
Even when he came out with the album about nothing, like nobody really talked about that shit. That shit was good as fuck.
That shit was good.
And nobody fucks with him. And I'm trying to, like, I want to sit down with him and say, hey, dog, why don't people fuck with you? Like, what have you done? Have you shit into somebody's bag? Have you, like, pissed on somebody's porch? Like, what did you do to make people not want to fuck with you? Because people don't fuck with Wale like that. Even his label mates don't fuck with him. Except for Rick Ross.
If people can see the chip on your shoulder, man, like, that's not a good look. Michael Jordan had the biggest chip on his shoulder. No one could see it for real.
What do y'all think about Wale? Crazy. I just want to know y'all's opinion about Wale. What do y'all think about him as a rapper?
Go ahead, Sid. I'll answer in a minute.
Okay. Well, I loved Wale.
That nigga acted like they broke up. I used to love him. That nigga ain't shit now.
Man, don't listen to him, Sid. Keep talking.
It's kind of like it's not a hit or miss because the album About Nothing is good. Shine is dope too, but it's like I don't get the same. My issue with Wale was him abandoning the go-go culture, the music, because basically because I'm from that area. But it's just like, fam, it's like nobody else is doing it. He could have done it. Like he could have kept it going. But I don't think I kind of understand now because go-go music isn't like. I don't think you can progress from that.
Can you make a whole album out of that though?
No, like, not a commercially viable one.
That's what I'm saying.
No, if he was to do like a special live album with like the Go-Go live band or something like that, it'll work then. But like a commercial success, for it to be a commercial success, no, it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
And now I understood that when he did Ambition. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. But I like it. Ambition was cool too. So
that track Ambition to me, like even when I'm finna go into like Cole may not know this, but like when we're gonna go into like a talk, like to do some business with somebody for BYNK, when I'm finna go into a big meeting or something like that, or when I'm driving or walking down to a conference room, I got that song playing, I got my earbuds in, and that song is playing, and it gets my head right. I think the amount of artists I can say that. Go ahead, man. My fault.
No, I just said it's an amazing song. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, like so just that song alone, like there's so few artists in my opinion that have created a soundtrack that I actively use in my life like on a regular basis. So I think he has the talent, I think he has a skill. My wife, well, she was a huge Wale fan. I'm talking about like when he was still doing, little small shows and shit. She was singing every word like in the crowd when he was doing shows in like San Francisco where she's from and shit. But I think that I don't want to say his skill set is deteriorated. I want to say that it's a situation where he sees the success of his peers and he's trying things that get away from his core audience, the people that are really attracted to his sound. Because to be real, in my opinion, most of his fans are female, and they're female because he makes music that is a soundtrack for their life. In a lot of situations, like girls on drugs and stuff like that, like that's the kind of music like that they need, that they listen to, that they feed off of. And he gets into a situation where he's like, no, on this one, I'm just gonna be lyrical as hell. I'm gonna make a banger, you know what I'm saying? And we not doing Diced Pineapples no more. We're gonna do some trap sounding type of music. And it's like Diced Pineapples. It's like, all right, bro, you getting away from what made you successful. Like you gotta evolve off of that sound. Don't start reaching for other people's sounds because you see Kendrick doing big numbers, because you see J. Cole doing big numbers. And these are guys that he was on, the Double XL cover with, and he sees these guys who are doing better than him, but at the same time, like you're still on the A tier to me. Like you're not on the B tier yet. You're still on the A tier of the young rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like the newer generation that's leading the wave now, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those kind of conversations that he has on the internet, he needs to have in private. That's all, because people don't want to see some, an 8-figure rapper, a $10 million rapper whining about like not being liked enough. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about, dog? You fill arenas. Like you could go to a basketball arena and fill it up on a tour. Like, don't talk about people not liking you and you selling out.
Yeah,
selling out, arenas.
He was sitting there saying that he said that on Everyday Struggle. Like, I fill up arenas. I do. I'm like, okay, so
he do numbers, man. As far as like,
what you complaining about?
Yeah,
because he don't get the respect. He don't get the respect that a lot of other rappers get because he's just as lyrical as them. His pen game is nice as fuck, but nobody fucks with him.
Okay, I don't need, but if I'm him, I don't need the love of the industry. And I think he does, there are 5,000 people. Like, that's his problem, though. I see there are 5,000 people here who pay top dollar to see me actively every night, day in and day out. I don't need somebody in the industry to like me. I have fans.
But I feel like he needs that. He needs that validation. He needs.
That's the problem.
He needs that validation. Yeah, that's a curse.
And I think that's Big Sean's problem too. Like, because the guys who are at the very top move like they don't need that validation, even though some of them probably do.
Damn, you said a lot. Okay, let me go to my last. I got like 2 more I need to put out there. met expectations or exceeded my expectations. 21 Savage, it's an album.
21.
I didn't like him at first, and then actually Trev had me listen to a song. I think he had a song was it Gucci? With him and Gucci? I can't remember what that song was that you had me listen to. You was like, dog, this dope as fuck. I was like, it's pretty good. And then I seen the album was about to drop. It's an album about to drop. I was like, And then I finally just took a chance and listened to it, and I liked it. I was like, yo, what am I tripping off of? This dude's actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I thought the album was a good album. I ain't saying it was like great as fuck or nothing like that, but I thought the album was good, and it exceeded what I expected out of 21 Savage. I thought he was gonna be some bullshit. And then I don't know if you guys know this dude or not. He's just one of my little. I'm a fan of his. K Camp, Slumlords 2. I thought that project was pretty dope. I like K Camp.
Wait, you asking if we don't know who K Camp is?
I don't know if y'all fuck. I said I don't know if y'all fuck with K Camp. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all fuck with
I think he is probably the single most underrated rapper probably in the last 3 years, in my personal opinion. His ability to make a song and create hits at the very least, he should be way bigger than he is.
Yeah. Slumlords 2, I just thought that was a dope ass project. I like K Camp. I'm a fan of his too. And just listening, I was waiting on him. I was waiting on that shit. I was like, oh shit, K Camp better drop some new shit. Like, it's not a lot of rappers that can come out with shit and I'll be like that about. But I like K Camp. I like his flow. I like his lyrics. I like him. I think he's a dope ass rapper. I agree with you too. I feel like he should be bigger than what he is, but
he has a legitimate gripe to me.
Yeah,
because but he's not selling out. I don't think he's selling out arenas. He might be, and that's props to him if he is, but I don't think he is, and he should be.
Yeah, I think K Camp should be bigger than what he is too. Sid, what do you think?
K Camp, he's that artist where a lot of people might know his songs, don't necessarily know who the artist is.
Yeah, he ain't getting recognized there.
And I always notice that with K Camp. I'm like, damn. Like, what's up? But as like from the projects that I've heard, I've only heard maybe 2 or 3 from him. I like him.
Okay.
I ain't got no complaints from him.
So that was my met or exceeded list. Let's see. We're gonna do one last little thing for 2017, and we're gonna move into 2018. We're running out of time.
Cool.
Under the radar. What were some projects or artists, either one, that were under the radar? I'll go first on this one. My list ain't really that big. It was only a few. Mike Will made it his Ransom 2 album. That shit was dope as fuck. And ain't nobody talking about that shit. It was a couple singles that came off that shit. Like Perfect Prank came out of that bitch. What was that other song? He had another song that was a single that came out of this shit. But Mike Will made it shit. Everybody was talking about Metro Boomin shit and Zaytoven's and all the motherfuckers, his shit. That damn Mike Will made it album. That was pretty good. Ain't the best shit in the world, but I thought it was amazing. And it just flew up under the radar for me. Y'all don't think I'm crazy when I say this because I kind of dogged it out. David Banner, Godbox.
Godbox is dope.
I had to go back and because I did not like it the first time I listened to it, and then I had to sit down and like listen to it. Listen to it. Yeah, that went under the radar. A lot of people really didn't talk about it, and the Godbox was a good project. It's not what what I expect from David Banner because I like old David Banner.
Yeah.
But you can't always have what you want. So
the one that was wearing the 3-number jerseys and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Also, and I know y'all might think I'm crazy when I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Trinidad James, The Wake Up 2. It's pretty good. Flew up under the radar.
I haven't heard it.
He had a song called Meek and Nicki on there. He had another song. Fuck, I can't remember all that. I should have wrote down all the songs. He had a song with I Love McConan on there. It was really good. It was a good project, man. Like a lot of people really didn't talk about it, but came out in like March, I think. It came out early 2017, but that was actually a good project, man. I actually clicked on it to listen to it on some joke shit, and that shit ended up being really good. So, and last but not least, because y'all niggas dog this nigga out so much, Logic. I thought
he flew up under the radar.
I felt like he did. Nobody really talked about it.
Doing shows on Jimmy Kimmel and shit, dog. Like,
but like nobody, that shit got like a little bit of hype for real, and then it just kind of died off.
I noticed that too. Like after maybe the second day after its release, it was like a ghost town.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and I mean the only thing that really like pushed him for real was that Suicide Hotline song. Yeah. Like, let's just be real. Black Spider-Man was the first single that came off that album, and Black Spider-Man was dope as fuck, but nobody talked about Black Spider-Man for real.
He don't get radio play either. Like, I feel like the industry sort of doesn't really work with him like that. Like, it does, but it doesn't. Like I feel like urban radio don't, like, that part of the industry don't really fuck with Logic, don't appreciate him. But like the big stages, the late night shows and stuff like that, fuck with him heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought weird. He had I thought that project was good. I know y'all probably didn't feel the same way about it. When it dropped, man, that was like, by the time it had came out, that was like one of my top 5 albums of the year. And that was like almost midway through 2017. So those are my under the radar albums. Who wants to go next?
I'll go just because I got a real quick one. J.Rain, Thank God for the Rain. That project, I mean, granted, he's like a really deep underground artist. Somebody who's from Alabama, someone I've interviewed, dope artist. I think that it's one of those projects where if you were to listen to it and then somebody like, if J. Cole had released that as a tape, it would have gone gangbusters.
Wow.
Like have J. Cole go into the studio, rap on the instrumentals, and just read the lyrics off of Genius or Rap Radar or something. Bang. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna go 5 or 6 million. So I think the content is there for him. He just doesn't have the platform. He's like a lot of the guys that Sid named when he was talking about like his favorite albums for 2017. It's like it's just a matter of who you know and your budget. So I really appreciate that project though.
That's dope.
Your turn, Sid.
All right.
Sid?
Man, one project was, I got 4. Smino's Black Swan. He's from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. This dude is, I can't even describe his sound. He has a project out right now called Black Jupiter. He re-released it. It came out 2015. He re-released it with like, I think a bonus track on there. But the album, his debut album is called Black Swan. Check that out. That album is amazing.
What's the name again?
Black Swan. It's like
BLKSWN.
Yeah. Check that out. Another album of mine that I thought that flew under the radar was Brent Faiyaz with
yes. Sorry.
Saunders Son. Oh no, you good.
I got excited. Sorry. Yeah.
Saunders Son. That is a great album too. That I think that flew under the radar. Even though a lot of people kind of dog it out since it's a different sound. Vince Staples' Big Fish Theory.
That was a disappointment to me. I'm sorry.
It was.
I like Vince Staples.
I like Vince Staples. I didn't like that album.
And
that was just personal. So.
Yeah, like my brother said the same thing. He was like, I don't know, man. It kind of gave me the same feeling that I got when Kanye dropped Yeezus. And I'm like, what? He said, it's so different. I was like, all right, whatever. But I love.
Since you brought your brother up, man, you need to quit sunning him the way you do on that podcast.
Yeah,
man.
You be killing him on that podcast, dog.
Like, golly, I know he's your little brother, man, but you ain't got to.
You
make it clear that he is your little brother.
And I really ain't got into it like that, especially the last episode he was on.
You slaughtered that kid, though, man.
I'm just like,
or you talking about the past episodes?
No, past episodes. I'm just thinking like while it came up. Not the last one. You was kind of decent on the last one, but some of the stuff you said to him before, I'm like, that can't be his can. Can't be.
No, because he knows how I operate. I don't do that to him intentionally. It's just
might as well say go to your room.
And then
go to your room.
Brother Ali, All the Beauty in His Whole Life. He went away for like 5 years.
He was away.
Yeah, he came back from a 5-year hiatus with that album.
Oh, I thought you meant
like away. Like
I thought you
metal bracelets away.
right. Like
that album, man, is just, he speaks a lot about like politics, everything that's going on in the world. This time on this album, he does that, but it's more in a positive light. He's talking about, I think there's a song there called Dear Black Son. That is my favorite song on that album.
Wow.
Okay.
But the entire album is a positive. You have to be in the mood to listen to that album. It's just really lighthearted, and it's a different sound for Brother Ali. It's All the Beauty in His Whole Life.
I'm definitely gonna check out Smino.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Smino.
Dude, man, I'm mad because I didn't put it in my top, but I was like, all right, it's all good.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fuck with Smino for real. All right, fellas. So it sounds like 2017 was pretty good. It looks like we all came across some of the same things, and we have a lot of the same opinions when it comes to 2017. I enjoyed that year. I'm gonna say that before we move on to 2018. I thoroughly enjoyed 2017 music-wise. That was probably one of the best. 2017 was just one of the best years for music, period. So much came out, and we probably just touched like the crust of that shit. We didn't really get into the deep apple pie of a lot of artists that came out, because there's so many artists that came out. Like, everybody got their due. So let's get into 2018, and let's talk about who we feel like are going to be. Well, first of all, before we go into that, I think you guys already know about the situation where labels are calling mixtapes. They're keeping artists from getting paid. How'd it go? I had to shit. The whole mixtape situation. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Like the producers and artists?
Yeah.
Explain for the people. Or somebody.
Go ahead, Cole.
Go ahead, Sid.
Oh, okay.
No, you go ahead.
All right. What they're doing as far as from the producer standpoint, they're trying to make it in a way where basically just to cut the producer out so he won't get paid. Just basically fucking over the producer.
You mean like no royalties, or you mean like no production credit, or like they don't get paid for the beat? Like, what do you mean?
You know that they did it, they produced it, but as far as royalties getting paid, that's the issue with Uzi Vert's Love Is Rage 2. What's the single? Exo Tour Life?
Classic.
TM88. He did not get paid for Exo Tour.
Oh, I'll be.
And I think it was because it was calling it. I think it was calling because it was a. I guess it's like a mixtape loophole or some shit like that.
Saying, it's gonna be an album and everything. But when I went on that piff, bruh, Love Is Rage 2 was plastered on that damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Love Is Rage 2 was all right.
Yeah, it was. But they're doing that with a lot of the albums that are coming out now, and I'm just like, no, that's not cool.
Okay, so what it is, I had to Google it because so I can make sure it was facts. What they're doing is they're calling albums mixtapes to avoid paying producers.
Actual albums?
Yes.
Like pay for albums.
Yes. Atlantic is the main culprit in this right now.
I don't know how that works per se, because if it's me and I'm a producer, whether it's a mixtape or it's not, if it's a song and it doesn't have a sample that needs clearing, I'm getting paid. And even if it does have a sample that needs clearing, I'm still getting paid. You have to clear the sample. I just produced it. If you want to perform it and shit, then you got to clear the sample. So I don't understand why. It sounds like it's a royalty type of situation where it's like we're not going to give you like royalties or publishing. You're going to get paid like that, $10,000, whatever you paid for the beat, but we're not going to keep paying you for spins or shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now it's to the point where you got to be careful if you name something a mixtape or album, because now the labels can just do whatever the fuck they want to. If you name it, if you're calling them like what they're personally doing is taking albums and they're labeling them as mixtapes so they can keep some of this money, and they just pay the artist, producer don't get shit.
So what was your point originally with that? I'm sorry, we kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah. With things like that happening, do you think 2018 could be just as good? Like, do you, with everything that happened last year, with all these artists that dropped last year, with the different little fads that was happening last year, can 2018 match what 2017 did? Do you guys think that could happen?
I don't think so.
Why is that?
Especially if it continues the way it does, and the producers are thinking about trying to do this whole air quotes strike or whatever the hell they're doing, this union thing.
No,
I don't know. I think the most we'll see is probably never before heard of underground artists that are coming up.
Right.
I think it's not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Oh no, I was saying we might not hear much from like Lil Pump, Smoke Perp.
Lil Xan, who's called his name is Diego now, so call him Diego.
Probably not gonna hear nothing from Lil P.
We might not hear from these artists like that. Probably a song or two, but I don't know.
I think it's gonna affect so you made a good point there. I think Sid, like it's gonna affect certain artists, the ones who fuck with certain heavy hitters, like big. Like guys like Lil Pump, is probably gonna affect guys like him a little bit. But honestly, I think that production, probably not gonna see it so much in 2018, but probably going forward, you're gonna notice. To me, it's gonna turn into the situation that happened with the Video Vixen. Like we only had like 5 or 6 bitches running the game, and then IG came along, and then come to find out, you got direct access to whatever hoes you want now. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's a Video Vixen now.
And so these video vixen bitches, these video models, yes, exactly. They can't charge an arm and a leg anymore because you got Sarita or some side bitch that's willing to do it for $500 instead of the normal 5 or 10,000 that would go. So these days of producers charging like a high dollar probably. Not when I can go online and find somebody who is willing to give me a beat for free, and I know guys do this just to say that they produce for an artist.
Mm-hmm. Just to get their credit.
Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna stop that train really for a lot of guys. It's just they're just gonna have to dig deeper. So I think it's gonna be a temporary slowdown in 2018 probably, and then we're gonna see it come back to normal probably into 2018, 2019 as these new guys start coming up. And
I don't know. I think by the summertime everything should start going back up, because that's when you most definitely want to make sure you drop a dope ass album. I think the first 2 quarters are going to be affected, but I know going into summer, going into summertime, going into the end of this year, it'll probably be a shitload of albums that we gonna be like, damn, like they dropped into, like fuck, like who else dropped? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just not gonna be as balanced as last year was. Last year had it was a nice little balance. We had our little peaks and valleys. We didn't really have no valleys in 2017. I think it was steady. We had some peaks, and then it was steady again.
Yeah,
I don't.
My bad. Like I don't think that the cream of the crop guys, the almost legendary guys, the guys who have 1 million hits under their belt, who got their business together, those guys aren't getting affected. I don't think. Like Will made it, he ain't getting affected like that. DJ Mustard ain't. Metro Boomin probably not. Got big guys like Timbaland and Pharrell, they definitely not. Like this kind of stuff isn't going to affect them because they've had their business together so long and they got ties to somebody directly in the label office. You know what I'm saying?
I can name a few producers that it might affect, and one surprisingly it'll be Sonny Digital, because he's running multiple times. Yeah. Sonny Digital.
Sonny Digital need to get some goons, dog.
Like Bangladesh needed to back in the day.
That nigga don't never get paid for shit, man. And Sonny Digital's dope as fuck, but he needs some goons. They
don't line their business up in the beginning. Like you got to get to the point where if I get fucked over a certain amount of times, it's like, bro, before we even get in the studio, you need to sign this.
He like
before we even start talking.
Who used to get his chain snatched all the time?
A-Rap music?
Hitmaker. No, like
Hitmaker. I forgot what his rap name is.
Young Bird.
Yeah, Young Bird.
Yeah.
He like Young Bird.
Oh,
nigga keep taking his chain.
But that happens to producers because these dudes ain't goons, they computer guys for all intents and purposes, and they got an ear for music, and it gets to a point where you ain't got your legal shit together. Like, of course you're gonna be grabbing your ankles when it comes down to it. Like, that's just the way it goes. Like, get your shit together. It's not that hard. Like, you only need to get fucked over one time. After that, like, it's something you into.
Yeah. All right, let's go into that was a good conversation. Let's go into it, guys. Who is on the come up in 2018? Who wants to start this off? Because I got a nice little list too. Or I can start it off if you want me to.
I want to hear Sid first. He's the guy who's here.
IDK is one. He dropped a project somewhere like the third quarter 2017 called I Was Very Bad. That kind of caught me off guard. I had no clue who that dude was. He's like in an orange DOC jumpsuit, with his hands behind his back, and he has like a white pigeon on his shoulder.
I seen it. I think I seen that shit, but I ain't listen to it.
All jokes aside, because he's more of a comedian on Instagram. There's another dude, Guap Dad 4000 on Instagram.
I thought he was about to say boom.
Oh no, Guap Dad 4000 just put out a project at the end of 2017 called Scamboy Color, and it's actually decent. He's got a lot of production done by Drew Banger, I Am Sue, a lot of the boys that run with I Am Sue.
Oh, I was about to say I didn't know I Am Sue produced directly.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I Am Sue.
I Am Sue.
I didn't know that.
He's good.
Yes,
like half of the stuff he does now, he does himself.
Wow. Okay. Who else we got?
See another artist, Lil Pump. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I think someone.
I love Gucci Gang.
Oh man, it's a lot of artists, man. Just it's so many that I could just name. Those are the top ones I could think of.
Okay.
Because Lil Pump actually, now that I say that, just got out of his 360 music deal with Warner Brothers.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah.
He bought himself out of his own 360 deal.
Yeah.
So I know he's definitely gonna be doing some big things. And Keith 8.
You think he's gonna break out this year?
I don't know. He needs to drop a project.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He needs to drop a project around the second quarter.
Okay, I think that's good time.
It should be like a build up with him because I really like Keith 8.
Me too. Drop a project, Keith.
Yeah, and I would say, and one last artist. They're a group. They're a collective. I would say Brockhampton, but Saturation 3 was the very last project they dropped together as a collective. So I don't know what they're about to do.
You talked about Brockhampton before too, didn't you?
Yeah.
On your podcast. I remember that on one of your episodes you said something about Brockhampton.
Yeah, they dropped All American Trash, Saturation 1, 2, and 3. And then they said the third Saturation, basically that was it for them as a collective. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess solo projects are coming, but I don't think they should have done that. Because they had so much hype built around them. But, well, from the Backpackers standpoint, there's a lot of hype built on them.
Pretty good.
And one more. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
Smino. That's it.
Okay.
Smino.
Make sure I get this in. See, your shit, man. You super underground. Like my shit is more of a kind of underground, kind of not. I'll go ahead and go with mine. So the first person on my list that I want to blow up next year, not to saying that they're not blown up, but I feel like they could be huge. LES. I fucking love LES, dog.
Yeah.
Like LES makes really good fucking music, and I want him to be bigger than what he is. And he keeps dropping shit. Like he's trying to be on a Currency type level with the shit. He don't drop shit every month. Currency, thank you again for doing that 2016, dropping something every fucking month. But LES is dope, man. I've been on LES ever since we started the radio station. I just love his music, dog. I love his music. He makes good shit. Catalina Wine Mixer was good. I just need him to come out with something, and I want him to hit. Like he needs to hit. Another cat that
wait. Before we leave LES, is he still signed to Currency? Is he still with Currency? Still with Jets?
By himself now.
He's independent.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a chance then.
He's on his own now.
He's kind of in that Dave East category for me at this point. Got all this potential and shit, and I don't know where it's gonna go. But if he's on his own, then I get
his music is more consistent than Dave's.
Dreamcast was a classic too. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Oh, absolutely, dog. Absolutely.
Dreamcast was a classic, dog. Just at radio. Next artist, Lude Foe. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Lude Foe before. He had Get Well Soon Foe and No Hooks 2 last year. And I just got hip to him last year. I like his shit though, man. That motherfucker's dope as fuck. I want him to make some noise in 2018. I feel like he can. A lot of people might not be on his music like that. I think he's dope. I like both of those projects that he put out. Next person, Cash Doll. I feel like she did enough features last year. I think she could really be big in 2018. Have y'all listened to anything Cash Doll's put out or?
I know who she is, but I haven't searched for her.
She's actually pretty good. What was that feature she did? She was actually on the Metro Boomin Big Sean shit, but the song that she had with him, that shit was dope as fuck. Like she killed that feature on there, man. She made him look stupid. So I think Cash Doll most definitely has potential. So look at some of her stuff, man. Look at what she's been featured on, and she had a freestyle. She had was it BET Awards or Hip Hop Awards freestyle? I don't know if they aired it or not though.
Yeah, I saw her cipher.
Yeah, she's dope, man. She's dope. She's actually, I think she could be something huge, given the opportunity, the right opportunity. We've already talked about K-Camp. I put him on my list for 2018. I think he's going to come up for 2018. I think he can most definitely make some noise in the industry if he's in. Now, these artists have to just be in the right situation. Not everybody's really going to do what they're going to do, but right situation, right time, right place, you never know. Somebody that we didn't even talk about none for 2017, but he made a pretty good impact, and I liked his project, Belly. I think Mumble Rap. I think Mumble Rap was a huge deal, and it kind of went under the radar a little bit. I feel like Belly could actually do something in 2018 and kind of be up there. You know what I'm saying? Like Belly's. Did y'all listen to Mumble Rap?
Yeah.
That was a damn good project, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a damn good project. So I feel like he can make some noise. If he comes out with something else in 2018, I feel like he make a lot of noise.
That song, Make a Toast. Yeah, that's my shit, man.
Oh, Alcantara, what was it? The song with him and Push, and he held his own with Pusha T. Alcantara. Yeah. That shit was dope as fuck too. Yeah. So, Zoe Dollars, the Map Boulay, that was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
That was a banger. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I just know it's Map Boulay or whatever the fuck it is. But Zoe Dollars killed that. He killed that project he came out with. That damn Post and Delete song, that shit dope as fuck. He did a song with Chris Brown called Post and Delete, and I love that shit. I love that song, dog. That shit is dope as fuck. I talked about him earlier. The guy named Schoolie. Get a chance, guys. Go listen to Backwards Feelings. I have it. I will send it to you. Listen to Backwards Feelings and tell me what you think, man. It's actually a good project, man. I think he's dope as fuck. He's out of Georgia, too. He's out of Atlanta. I think Backwards Feelings was a really really good project for him, and I think he can make some noise too. You know, Travis Scott ain't gonna put nothing out, so fuck it, might as well. Last person on my list, and I think this is just one of them things where I'm just too much of a fan to realize that this guy might not do what I want him to do, but I don't give a fuck. Schoolie Escobar. I think that
he's dope, man.
I think that the project, because he's working on his last kind of, I guess, non-label affiliated album, and then after that he's gonna drop his label affiliated album. But he's been dropping. He just dropped a freestyle on Facebook, Instagram. He had a freestyle that did off of a Knife Wonder beat that he completely slayed. Like, that nigga killed that shit. Like, killed it. I want to see him. He's got a budget now, so I want to see what this guy is going to do with a budget. I think Schoolie is going to do something. He's going to make a lot more noise. You got to think, like, whatever kind of deal he got with Priority, he got it off of a damn Beyonce song that did SoundCloud numbers out of the fucking roof. I think with him having a budget and him being able to do a lot, because he's gonna produce the album himself. I don't think he's gonna fuck with any producers for real. So I think that with him, because he can produce, and him having a budget and he can produce, and then he's gonna rap, because he gonna live in the studio. I can say that about Schoolie. Schoolie's gonna live in the studio, and he gonna put out shit. Like, he put out 2 or 3 videos here recently. Like, it snowed, and he was out there making a video. He made like a 1.5-minute video in the snow, just to like give people something to listen to. So I feel like Schoolie Escobar is going to do something pretty major in 2018. Probably with the Priority album that he drops. So if y'all hear about him and it is dope as fuck, don't be surprised. That's all I got though.
Word.
Is my go?
Yes.
Okay. Rico Nasty. I think she's gonna get to the next level of like larger, probably radio type notoriety. I think Taco Bella definitely has what it takes. I think she's already kind of getting into spats with like other like females and shit, which I'm not sure about. Like, I'm concerned about that. But I think that she has what it takes if she can come with another big project, you know, with the right kind of production and stuff behind it. I wouldn't be surprised if she actually drops an album, not a tape, an album in 2018. So I expect big things from her. Harris on TDE. I think that he's gonna, I don't know. They got so many people on their roster now to the point that, and they don't seem to want to release people like in like a regular label would, where it's like, hey, we got multiple people, but we don't mind releasing multiple people in the same year. They seem real weird about that shit.
TDE,
but I'm looking forward to his next project. I don't know what they, you know, what the TDE you know, HGH is, what they got in the serum over there, you know, that super soldier serum that they injecting everybody with once they sign. But I need to get some of that stuff so I can be a star, man.
TDE is the more mature quality control label.
I don't think they belong in the same sentence.
No,
I mean, I'm talking about roster wise. Like, if you look at their, like,
you just compared.
What?
You remember that old car maker Eagle to fucking BMW, dog? No, not saying.
I'm saying quality control is more popcorn, like not popcorn, but just like instant ramen. And TDE is like 10-course meal,
5-course meal
type situation. You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
I'm just saying they're just a more evolved quality control. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll co-sign that. The next guys I have coming up are Division, DVSN, pronounced Division. My concern is they're on OVO, so I don't know how that necessarily works as far as hits and stuff go.
They won't make it until they get off of
OVO. They're already on, which means they're never getting off. You know how that works.
Weekend got off.
He was never on. No, he never signed his contract. That's why he was able to get off. He gave Drake like half his album and said, "I'm not signing. No, I'm good."
Oh my god.
P&D never leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like Magic Jordan, they never leaving. Division is probably the same situation. But I expect to hear big things from them. If Drake and I fully expect, this is what I expect to happen. One of the things I expect to happen in 2018, 2019, 2020. Drake's gonna realize that he don't have the juice the way he used to, and he's gonna start pumping his actual artists and letting them keep their hits. That's what I expect to happen. And so you'll see P&D start to come up. You'll see Magic Jordan really start doing their thing. You'll see, Division start coming up. But I expect Division to get to where P&D is now, based on a project that they dropped in 2018.
Why don't people take the Rick Ross blueprint of running a label?
Because artists have egos.
They're greedy.
I want to be the top guy. I want to be the top dog.
Just greedy as fuck.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, why am I letting you get the hit if I take the hit and then I get all the money and I get to form it? Why take a dime when I can take $1?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to think about it like this too. Like last year, Rick Ross, Wale, and Meek Mills dropped something, and they were all well received.
Yeah,
just saying.
That's why smart artists have no problem signing over there. But as long as artists are more desperate for fame than actual money, you're gonna keep having situations like Drake's got.
Damn shame.
So, what's the next topic, Mr. Moderator?
Actually, guys, we're right at 2 hours. So I mean, we are at the end of our show. Any parting words for going into 2018? Like, do you guys want to say anything about this year that we're going into as far as music wise, or do you have any predictions?
I have 2 predictions.
Okay.
I have 2 artists that are going to fall off like a wet bag of dope. See, somebody knows what I'm talking about.
This is that red magic.
right. And those 2 artists are ones that look like they're on the incline right now. Number 1, GoldLink. He's gonna go right back down to where he was.
Man.
Yeah. GoldLink is going to because the reality is that song that he has, the hit, that's Brent Faiyaz, that's the hit, not GoldLink. Okay.
Wow.
Like, we being real. Nobody even knows GoldLink's part for real. Like, that's not to say he's not a good artist.
They really
Look, they don't, dog.
Yeah,
they sing the hood.
Yeah, it's a good album. It's ain't got no hits.
They could probably mumble the cadence of GoldLink's flow, but they don't know the lyric for lyric, that verse.
Right. Yeah. So there's him, and I think he knows that. I don't think that's necessarily his fault. He just got to smash like a little early. If it was 10 years ago, he would have been a one-hit wonder. Nobody would have heard from him again. So I think he's in the right era to come back and do big things. The second person is Joyner Lucas. I don't expect to hear any hot shit from Joyner Lucas. I don't expect. No, okay. Let me rephrase that. Joyner
What
Lucas.
A fraud.
Like, who? Joyner Lucas?
Yes, he's a fucking fraud.
I didn't expect you to say that, but yeah, I don't expect him to do anything.
All the way to end of 2017 to release one song that was going to get under people's skin.
He's a fucking fraud. That's what it is.
It's a troll type song. He's feeling himself too much. He's rapping on other people's beats. That's a classic way to keep yourself relevant. But who's checking for a project? Are you going to release one? Ain't no telling. You're signed to Atlantic, but you're not a priority over there even now because they know that your song about racism isn't really going to translate well, and Logic's already in that lane. So you're not going to do much in 2018.
Don't they have the Catch Me Outside girl? Didn't Atlantic sign her?
So we knew. I mean that's not fair because I don't think the same person that signed her signed Joyner Lucas like 3 years ago.
They can sign me to Atlantic, and I suck at rapping. Okay, he's a fraud. He's a fucking fraud, dog. What a fucking fraud. He's an asshole.
But those are my predictions for 2018.
I will purchase a Cole Jackson EP before I purchase a Joyner Lucas album.
It's fucking fraud.
Golly, I did not expect you to say that.
He's a fucking piece of shit. No. I don't like him.
All right.
Dude is a dickhead, man.
Did you forgot to return your Lambo? Like, what happened?
Well, why are you trying to start your beef with Logic and Lil Pump out of all
the people?
Soft targets. Soft, weak targets. Lil Pump don't want no problems with anybody. He's trying to have a good time, man.
Go at K-Dot or something, man.
No, don't do that.
No, don't.
Slaughterhouse.
Oh no.
So and we didn't even discuss that Eminem shit. But anyway, those are my predictions. So Cole, lead the way. And Sid, you got predictions?
I got predictions too.
Predictions? I got 2 as well. I still don't expect nothing from Nicki Minaj in 2018.
I'd put money on that.
And Nas, we know the album done. Just drop it, bro.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is, Doug. I don't believe.
Okay, can I just say this real quick?
Ross is executive producing it. He better come on with it.
Let me say something real quick. This ain't one of my predictions. When have y'all know Nas to drop anything on time?
Never.
Okay. So he feels like. Just sit back and wait on it, because you know good and damn well Nas still thinks he's that dude that you got to go into the hood to find. He was this urban legend. He still think he that.
You know what I think? They need to do like an MTV Roundtable or something like that, and then they need to do like a top, 10 MCs for 2018. They need to make Nas like number 29 on that list or some shit like that. Get him irritated so that he feel like I got to start dogging him out like a motherfucker.
That ain't gonna do it because he just riding on Dave East back right now. So that's a wagon with a mule with 2 broken kneecaps, dog. Like, what are you talking about? You ain't going nowhere on that shit. Hey, that's all.
You got Dave East, Boldy James.
Yeah, Boldy James. Boldy still locked up.
Wait, Boldy James on his label.
Yeah, he's on New Era.
Yeah,
he a pretty cool dude.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he likes weed a little too much. I've met him, bro. He's free Boldy James. He is locked up. He's locked up right now, Doug.
He is.
Yeah. Oh damn. I think he'll be out in March.
Damn.
Okay.
All right. Let me finish off the predictions, guys, and then we'll end the show. Prediction number 1. Black will be huge next year. The guy who he re-released his last project, and it got a shit ton of buzz, and I just feel like something's got to be cooking up for that dude. You don't re-release some shit and then not come up with something new behind that. And he ain't released nothing.
Minaj did it 3 times. Continue.
She's a ham sandwich away, dog. She's a ham sandwich.
That's
away.
What I said.
So we're not worried about that. But I think he's gonna come out of nowhere and actually have a huge year. Because people be checking for him. I don't know if y'all ever listened to his last project, but
yeah,
I feel like
I love Free Black.
I feel like he's going to kill the game 2018. And for my second prediction, I feel like this is going to be the year that, how can I put it? That like all of these little no-name rappers are going to completely like rule the day. I think like I ain't gonna say Lil Pump like a no-name rapper, but like Lil Xan, like all these little motherfuckers.
Oh, the Lils, rise of the Lils.
I think it's gonna be the rise of the Lils, dog. Like we gonna like YFN
Lucci,
YFN Lucci, like Nasir, YBN Nasir, like all these Namir, yeah. Like all these little motherfuckers.
He's still gonna get shot, man. He talk crazy to the wrong people.
Oh, you talking about the whole situation with was it? Talking about him and is it famous? Not famous Dex. Who you got?
Is Dex people?
Yeah, that whole situation.
You will get clipped
with famous Dex.
Yeah,
I know he beat women in the face on camera, dog. Leave him alone.
I'm not fucking with famous Dex.
No.
And I think 2018 might be, this is like a kind of a prediction, but not for real. I think 2018 might be the year where like labels completely get eradicated. Like I think, you don't think so?
No, labels are always gonna be around.
We ain't got like 3 major.
Labels are like prostitutes, dog. It's the oldest profession in music, man. They gonna be around. They ain't never going nowhere, dog. Like, cause you always gonna have somebody who cares more about fame than a check. And as long as you have that situation, you're never gonna have a situation where you have people like Chance the Rapper, Chance the Rapper, which I think is funny because Chance want to say you don't sign to a label, but he don't want to give nobody no game. So he needs to go shut the fuck up somewhere. Get some niggas some game or be quiet.
Chance is overrated.
Apple.
No, Apple isn't a label. No.
Wait, no, isn't it a distribution deal?
Look, let's talk about something else. I'm independent.
All right, go ahead.
But those are my predictions, guys. This is it. The show's done. I want to most definitely thank the president of BYNK Radio, Treblemaka, for showing up. I also want to thank Sid. Plug your shit. Wait, y'all got shit on our website? Plug it. Plug your shit.
I'm gonna plug Sid shit if that's all right. And then
okay,
yeah, go ahead.
Because I just really want to say that I honestly believe this. I say this all the time on Black Marine Fly, my podcast. If you don't know nothing about rap for real, you know, you a casual listener and you want to look cooler to the backpackers, you know what I'm saying, the people who really listen, just tune in to Sid Davis, you know, the social introvert. He gets you right. That's all you need to do. You want to know who's popping. You want to be that cool guy who's like, oh, yeah, dog, you was talking about blah, blah, blah. They blew up. So listen to Sid Davis podcast, Social Introvert. Go ahead, Sid.
Thank you. If you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, follow me at iSidDavis, ISIDDAVIS. If you want to send emails, you want to talk shit, you got any questions, you can send those emails over to the.
Hello?
Hey, hello?
Run your email one more time, Sid.
Yeah, run your shit again.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, if you want to send your emails, man, if you want to talk shit, you got questions about anything pop culture related or what artists you looking forward to check out, send those emails over to the Social Introvert Podcast at gmail.com.
Don't come with no off the wall shit without no facts because you might get crushed on national radio.
I would prefer them not. I prefer them to do that so they can get crushed. I want to hear somebody.
That'll be very entertaining.
All right. Well, folks, I am Cole Jackson, CEO of BYNK Radio. And I also have a podcast called Government Name, but I ain't pushing that. I want to push, I really want to push this shit. Like, wait, what's so funny?
It's just the way you was like, Government Name.
Government Name is a shit.
It's Social Introvert season right now. Social Introvert season 2018.
I really enjoy Sid's podcast, and I really want people to go listen to that. Social Introvert is the shit. Period. Point blank. If you want to know something about music, about these artists that's coming out, he schooled me every time I hear the show. That's crazy because I be on my music shit, and he make me look stupid.
My wife kind of hate her though, man. She calls it an underground hip hop NPR, man.
I was hurt. I was hurt because I heard when I was listening to that episode, he's like, yeah, hey, Sid, my wife don't like your hot takes.
Oh, that's what it is at the end of the day, man. You say shit she don't necessarily agree with, so you know she get on in her hater spirit. But
that means you're doing your job, brother.
You got facts. Like when me and Cole be like, oh damn, I ain't heard of that person, or we be like, man, that dude crazy. You don't know what you know what? Actually, you might have a point. We're doing stuff like that, like you onto something big. So y'all need to go tune into Social Introvert.
Yes, please tune in to Social Introvert every Wednesday
on bynkradio.net/podcast. On iTunes, on Stitcher, on Google Play.
Name it. He's on it. Thank you guys for joining us. If you came to the YouTube live stream, which I see some people pop in and out, we appreciate you. And we'll be airing this show Sunday, so you'll hear it Sunday. We'll be airing it through MLK weekend. So, quick question, guys. Quick question. Do we do a freshman class roundtable again?
I do. I want to do one.
Yeah.
I might not be on it, but I think I got some people that I want to put on there. So, but if I put the Thundercat symbol up in the air, will y'all answer the call?
I will answer the call. Panthro will answer the call. We appreciate y'all listening, man.
We appreciate everybody listening. Hey, thank you guys again, and we will see you next time.
All right.
We out.
Peace.